The 3 remaining cooling towers at Didcot power station will be demolished in a controlled explosion this morning. The site was built 50 years ago but stopped production in 2013. Thousands of people came to see the first lot of cooling towers be demolished in 2014.
And we will, all being well, bring you the pictures of the demolition as and when it happens.
Yes, we will.
Right, let's move on to sport. Ollie is here.
You looked excited by that.
I know.
I like watching them go. It's so clever, isn't it?
It's amazing. And anyone who's ever been on we were saying earlier on the trains going past, or on the A34, you go over the Ridgeway, and there are these massive cooling towers on the horizon. It's
not for much longer.
Not for much longer.
Not much longer, no.
Exactly. Now, in the last few minutes, the 3 remaining cooling towers at Didcot power station in Oxfordshire have been demolished in a controlled explosion.
This site stood for more than 50 years but stopped production back in 2013. Louisa Curry is there for us this morning, and a bit of an omission on the skyline since the last time we spoke.
Absolutely, yeah, you might be able to notice nothing behind me anymore. In just the last few minutes, these towers have come down. They've stood here for more than 50 years, dominating the skyline here in Didcot, but it took just seconds for them to be brought down. There's mixed opinion about them at all. Some people saw them as an eyesore. Others loved them for the jobs, the economy, the commerce they brought to Didcot. They were turned off in 2013, though, and since then there has been work to demolish and clear the site. The first 3 of an original 6 cooling towers were brought down in 2014. Hundreds of people turned out then, as they have done today, to watch them being brought down. Sadly, in 2016, you might remember the news, 4 workers were killed as preparatory works were carried out for another phase of the demolition, and a 10-storey building collapsed. Since then, with 3 years on, there's been a huge investigation into what caused that collapse. The Thames Valley Police and the Health and Safety Executive are both involved, looking at whether there are charges to answer in terms of manslaughter charges, or whether there were any breaches in health and safety regulations. But yes, the 3 towers that were behind me came down at pretty much bang on 7 o'clock this morning in a matter of seconds. And this is a big deal for Didcot. It's the end of an era, and it means that actually now there's just one large chimney remaining, that one in the background there, that still needs to be demolished. And the plan is that that will be brought down later on in the autumn.
OK, all right, thanks very much, Louisa.
Luckily, the picture remained completely stable when the towers came down, otherwise that would have spoilt the big moment.
No, exactly.
For half a century, the grey cooling towers of Didcot power station have dominated the Oxfordshire skyline. But at 7 this morning, in front of the waiting crowds, the explosive charges were set. And so came slithering down a site loved and loathed in equal measure.
It's actually quite emotional.
In something of a poetic goodbye, as the power station collapsed, it appeared to spark a massive power cut. 49,000 homes confirmed without electricity, which later returned. This photo shows a nearby pylon going up in flames. The coal-fired power station, which closed in 2013, divided opinion. Seen by some as a source of jobs, others a source of pollution, an eyesore and a marvel of engineering. In 2016, during earlier demolition, 4 workers were killed when part of the boiler house collapsed, something Thames Valley Police are still investigating. Even though the iconic towers are now rubble, this power station has left a lasting imprint in Oxfordshire.
The 3 remaining cooling towers at Didcot power station in Oxfordshire have been demolished in a controlled explosion. It took place at the stroke of 7 this morning. Thousands of homes in the area were left without electricity after the towers came down. A local energy supplier initially denied the demolition had caused the problem, but now says the 2 are probably linked.